Hi all, good evening. Welcome to the Spitfire Issue 4, Issue 5 and Issue 6 we're doing today. And I have two co-hosts to help me today. And one of them is Dave M.
Hi everyone.
And my second co-host is Dave S.
Dave S. Hello, good evening everybody. Hope you're all right and hope you're ready, willing and able to go tonight on the Spitfire 4, 5 and 6. So good evening guys. And we've still got a little problem, Adrian, because it still hasn't come up, but never mind.
I've got to see it hasn't come
up. Hopefully we're live. Can somebody comment in the comments to make sure that we're live, please? Because it appears that StreamYard or YouTube's playing up a little bit, or the internet or something. So it's just that we've got no live on our other devices. But it says live here, so if somebody can comment, please, that it's live. P40F20. Good evening, everyone. It says.
I know why. I've got to change something you find.
P40F20 says you're on. We're on.
Thank you, P40F20. We're just having some technical trouble. Just one of them things, unfortunately. So, yeah, with the current situation as it is, and there's an awful lot more people on the internet now. And so, obviously, we're going to end up with one or two problems via the internet. And it's unfortunate. So, but we'll do our best. We're here tonight to entertain you, to build Spitfire 4, 5 and 6 if we can, and we'll do our best and carry on regardless if we can. Any joy, Adrian?
Yeah. Sorry, I
Just, yeah. Any joy, Adrian? We know we're on, because obviously P40F20's seen that we're on live. And
I'll just get a notification. That's it. We're on.
So am I, yeah. So am I. Yeah. Thank goodness for that.
My
people.
apologies. I had to go quickly. I had to just quickly go into the settings, everyone, and change the setting. When I was setting the show up, I was actually having it unlisted.
See.
I've totally changed the setting to.
I've got a notification here saying it's gone live as well.
Yeah.
So you basically said that, I think. Oh, suggestion. I apologize, everyone.
It's all right. It's all right, Adrian. At least we was on live, and it's all on and ready and raring to go. So how's you, Adrian, today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Jolly good. And you, Dave?
Not too bad. Had a busy day. Tiring.
Busy day.
Tiring walking the coast, but
yeah, some nice, good, fresh sea air.
Nice and good, fresh sea air. Yep.
Yeah, jolly good. Well, we send it up your way, you see, because you're just a little bit north from us, and we've got all the good air down here. just where the mouth of the Humber is and everything. And we send it up your way towards the nose.
Yeah, it actually has been pretty. I was down there yesterday as well, and it was a little bit more bluey the day, so a little bit more fresher the day than what it was yesterday. Yesterday was warmer.
Yeah, I agree with you there. It's more of an easterly wind today, isn't it?
Sea was a little bit more choppy.
Yeah, yeah. So tonight then in the chat, it's going to be a bit of
the hitch at the beginning.
That's all right, Adrian. We can't help these technical issues. So tonight in the chat, it's going to be a bit of a three-way issue tonight, because obviously it's going to be me, Adrian, and Dave, and we're going to try and take it in turns if we can. So in the chat, we've got P40F20. Good evening, everyone. P40F20 saying that we're on. Thank you, P40F20. There's Self saying hello and hope you're all okay. Fleetwood J saying hiya, hope everyone is okay and safe and well. And P40F20 saying good here, Dave. Hope you're all well. And the Hobby Show saying hi all. Warren Milne saying hi all. And Max Mods saying hi everybody. And hello to everybody out there. And good to see you all on, and good to see that you're all safe.
Yeah, let me change my camera angle.
I just let you know, Warren Milne's my youngest son. He's watching
I gathered that.
He's watching from his home.
Yeah.
Well, are you ready, Adrian? I'll do issue 4.
Yeah. Right, that's the front cover one.
Yep.
Just tells us somewhere down along here is where he tells about somewhere along here. I can't remember exactly where. It's Super 14 and over. So here's the first parts.
Right, engine cover panel and engine housing. Right, 401.
Hang on, let me just finish off opening the package up.
Oh, these packages
are
easy.
But you find after this one will be nice and easy. You find them make the first couple like this because it could be on cardboard or it makes them nice and sealed. And plus, if it goes to a different country, they can use the same issues on these in the same different magazine.
Okay, we're ready.
Right.
Part 401, engine cover panel left.
And that is metal. Yeah.
Part 402, magnet fixture L1. And is it labelled down on them?
Hang on. I'm going to see if there's any print on them. No idea. It looks like this one. By examining the other one, because this one looks like that one. Oh, hang on. So that's 02 and that's 03. I was just having a quick look at them and seeing which one would have been which. I made a mistake which order they were in.
Because there's actually 3 of them, because L1, R1 and L2.
Well, the other one is easier to tell, which is 04. Got a standard image. Yeah, it looks like. Actually, it looks like it's that way up to according to the image.
Yep. Okay. 4 or 5 engine housing inner.
So I was trying to look at the image and see which ones it would have been.
Yeah, small off the ones. 4 6 engine housing front.
And all these black bits at the moment are plastic.
And 4 or 7 is a frame with blocks A and B, C and D. We'll be using a future issue.
All right, they're on a screw then, are they?
Yep.
Yeah, that one's A, B, C, and D.
Yep. 4 8 engine housing front. I hope that's metal.
Yeah, it feels metal. It feels cold.
It looks like metal, doesn't it? It looks a bit like the Terminator.
Yeah. Well, if I do.
Ah, yes.
Four 9 magnet marked on wide side.
Right, let's join its packet and. Right. They say marked on wide side. Let's get them out of the pack and having a look.
Because 410 are 2 magnets marked on the narrow side.
Well, so far, because it's.
So you'll have 2 on the narrow side and 1 on the wide side.
Right, yeah, here you go. And that's one on the wide, marked on the wide side, basically.
That's only a small bit, isn't it?
Yes, they are very small.
And 410 are the 2 magnets marked on the narrow side.
Yes.
And
I've seen the marks, yes. I just had to examine them.
And 411, 7 2 by 4mm PM screws, 1 spare.
How many screws?
7. 2
Yes, oh yeah.
2 times 4mm PM screws, 1 spare.
Yes.
So,
yep.
I'm surprised in these instructions that it didn't tell you what you needed.
No. Nope.
You know, tool-wise, I mean.
Yeah.
They could do on tip next page, basically, because it's the way of. Actually, no, they haven't, have they?
Nope. But I would say you're going to need super glue because I was looking through the instructions.
Yeah.
Super glue and a screwdriver.
Yeah, I was just quickly looking for my screwdriver. I thought I put it away in the container, but I hadn't.
What about a sprue cutter, Dave?
Not till next week. So them on the sprue, them on the 407, the sprues will be used in a future issue.
Ah.
I think some of them is future issue, but 2 of them gets used in this issue, you might find.
Just ah, yeah. C and D will be used in future issues. Yeah, I didn't see the brackets there. So E and B will be used in this issue. So yeah, you will need a sprue cutter. Are you ready?
Yes.
Take the engine housing ports 406 and 408. Identify the 3 pegs on the port 406 circled and the corresponding holes in port 408.
Well, if you can't see it, there's a peg there, there's a peg there, and there's a peg there. And if you look on that side there, there's 3 holes there.
So you're going to do a dry fit?
So what's the next? I'm going to check. Yeah, it feels all right.
It says, after testing fit, use a cocktail stick to apply a tiny bit of super glue to the 3 pegs on port 406. Fit the engine housing port 408 over the pegs as shown. So a wee drop of your super glue.
They want us to put glue on those pegs.
Yep.
Because there is movement. So to be honest, I'm going to paint the whole side basically. That's what I'm going to do. So I reckon that's right. Oh, sorry, I'm doing it slightly off camera.
Oh, I thought you were doing it on the wrong side there. Nearly. Oh, I was going to just.
So I was holding it the other way because I was actually putting glue on the surface. Because when I dry fitted it, it actually slightly moved. Oh.
Bad fit or something?
That's all right.
Done.
Sorry, I just double checking, that's all.
All right. Are you ready for 3?
Yeah, so 3.
Take the inner engine housing 405. Identify the 3 pegs around the inner rim of port 406 and check the fit. Apply a little super glue to the pegs on port 406 and fix port 405 in place.
Right. Let's see how well that fits. Yeah, try to find a bit of glue to those pegs.
Yeah, why? Yeah.
I'm glad this peg's not any smaller.
I'm going to say it's very tiny, is that, isn't it?
Does.
Yes.
Well, the other two bits are going to be even tinier.
Yeah.
Sprue cutter job next, Adrian. Okay, get ready with your sprue cutters. Cuts parts A and B from the frame 4/7. Smooth any roughness with fine sandpaper. Check which way around they are fitted to part 4/8 and apply a little super glue to the tabs on parts A and B and fix in place.
Right. I remember it's that way. It's that one's A, isn't it?
Looks. Yeah. Here's it.
I had looking at the image. That's the one for A.
The whole.
I'm gonna cut one of them off. I'm gonna glue that one.
Which way you holding them? Because we haven't seen in a picture. I think you had them the other way around. Go the other way around. Oh yeah, that's it at the top. Yep. I didn't see the screw holes at the bottom there, or the peg holes there. The light was bouncing off it.
I'd rather try and glue one first and get that one on. Right, I'm going to do a test fit and see if.
Well, that. There's a bit at the top that the small peg looks like a thing for putting a screw in. That should be at the top.
Yes. Right. That's roughly how it goes. Apply a little bit of super glue.
Yep.
I'll put those. Oops. Nope.
Must be alive, Adrian.
Are they a good fit, are they?
Yeah, I saw it roughly fitted and worked out, right, okay, I'm going to put glue around that sort of thing. Right, there we go. That's the first one.
Same again with the second one.
Right, let's. Oops. Right.
Just doesn't. That's wonderful. Sound
Right. Step 5.
Step 5. Step 5 just showing what it looks like with E and B in place.
Yes. Cool, that's fun. That's a little bit fiddly to do.
Right, well, step 6 will do this in a little couple of steps. Because it's a long sentence.
Right, okay.
Right, step 6. Take the fuselage, panel 401, and identify the fixing positions for the magnets.
Right, 410 was marked on this
Right,
end.
410. Note that magnet 410 has a black mark on one narrow side. This indicates the polarity and should face upwards. This is his inset and brown arrow.
Yeah, right.
Fit the magnet into the fixture 402 and fix to the side of the inside of the fuselage using PM2 4mm screws.
Right, that's in the casing. The marks upwards compared to that one. And that will go on to that one there like so. At the moment, I've got screws open. Let me do that quickly. So I've got to change my head of my screwdriver. No, too large a bit.
Okay. It's loud in here. Lift it up then. Lift it up a bit.
Cool, those screws go nice and easy.
Do they? Okay.
Yes.
Right, we're after this. Right. Take the magnet 409 marked on the white side and the magnet fixture 404. In this case, the black mark on the magnet insert should face towards the fuselage. Brown arrow. So the mark's going to face actually onto the fuselage.
Okay.
Right. Okay, yeah, I got the marking away, facing away from me. So that's going towards the fuselage.
Yeah, and that's fixed in place with PM 2mm screw.
Oops. Should pick up my screwdriver first off.
one stage and screwed that in. That's the completion for this week. But it says the 2 remaining parts on the frame 4.7 will be used in a future issue. Leave them attached to the frame and store safely. The remaining magnet fixture, and screws will also be used in a future issue, so label them and store them safely.
Well, I don't know until I've finished my work. Well, there's my 2 part works I've assembled. And quick spoiler,
That's right, yeah.
if I get it correctly around.
Wow.
Brilliant there.
Wow.
Because we've installed, because on this one here, there's a magnet there.
Yeah.
And of course, there's a magnet there.
Yeah.
And basically all you're doing is connecting those 2 lots of magnets together.
Yeah.
That is nicely done, that is.
That's going to
Brilliant.
be great. That's going to be great because it means when you've got it on display, you can have it so I can see the engine.
Yeah.
Open it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take it off, show the engine, or leave it on.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave those together. No. And I believe we might be using that magnet and that one in the next issue.
Yeah, it could be.
Right.
Yep.
These are the parts we get in the next issue.
Okay. So this is the next issue then of part 5 of the engine cover panel and engine housing of part 5 of Build the Model of a Spitfire. Sorry. All right. So do you want to go through a parts checklist?
Yes.
Okay. Or do you want a break?
Now I'm fine for a moment.
You're all right. Okay. So parts checklist then is 5.1, the engine cover panel right.
Yes. Yeah, that's the one.
And I bet that's metal.
Yes, same again, metal.
Lovely.
I reckon all the outer of the aircraft probably be metal.
Yeah, let's hope so, because I think it then takes the paint a lot better than plastic somehow. So, right, 5.2, magnet fixture R2.
Yes, it's get it right around.
So that must be from the last issue, was it?
Yeah.
No, that's freshly this issue.
Ah, right, yeah, that's it, yeah.
Oh, it'd be 4 dash something rather number.
Yeah, it would be, yeah, you're right. So 5.3 is the magnet mat on wide side.
Yes. I'm sorry I can't really show you the marking on it.
Yeah, it's all right. We could see it was a magnet though. So 5.4 is the engine housing.
There we go.
Yeah.
If I hold it up that way, sorry, it's more to the image.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
showing.
more like the magazine, yeah. So that's the engine housing. And then 5.5 is also engine housing.
There we go.
Yes. Jolly good. And then 5.6 is the engine housing strut. Now that sounds like a dance, doesn't it?
Uh-huh. Is that metal or plastic?
Yes. That's plastic. Because I reckon that'll get glued into something.
Does it sound like a chicken? Yeah, engine housing strut. Is it a new chicken? I don't know. 5.7, engine housing yet again.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's the other side.
Yeah. And then 5/8 is 3 2.4mm PM screws and 1 spare.
Get.
And
And I
in the
believe that's the same size from last time, yes, is it?
2.4mm PM screws, yes, I believe so.
Yeah, because I got 4 from left over from last time.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know. Of course, yeah, I know what we're doing this issue, yes.
Yeah, so it's 3 2.4mm PM screws and 1 spare. So you'll also need the propeller and the motor assembly from issue 2, the frame 4/7 with parts C and D supplied with issue 4, the right magnet housing and magnet supplied with issue 4, and 4 PM 2.4mm screws supplied with issue 4, fuselage and frame assembly in issue 3. Oh my goodness me.
You need everything for this.
We need everything. Need a kitchen
Yes.
sink as well.
Right. If it goes to this one, there's step 1.
So I take it you've got everything to hand, Adrian?
Guess.
Jolly good. So step 1 then. As described in the last step of the previous issue, fix the magnets 410 and 5.3 to the engine cover 5.1. Using the fixtures 4.3 and 5.2 as shown, ensure that the marks on the magnets are facing in the directions indicated by the arrows. Fix in place with 2 PM 2.4mm screws, 2 times 4mm. So,
Same again on 5.2. The marking aims towards the fuselage, yes?
yes,
And
so you've got 410 and 5.3 to fix in place. And obviously this is because of the magnetation, isn't it?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
field of magnetism.
well, they've made sure to work out which ways you need to put them.
Because if you put them on the wrong way around, it'll just push your fuselage off, don't it?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
So on the chat, we've got Verwayne, hi all, and Fleetwood J looking brilliant, very impressive, and P40F20 saying nice. Yes, absolutely.
Right.
If you need me to read any of them instructions out again, Adrian, just let me know.
Yep. I'm just... Actually,
It does actually look as though it's pretty close work, doesn't it?
yes, but the screws are nice and easy to go in, sort of thing.
Yeah. Would you suggest using any oil for these, or 3-in-1 oil?
No, they go in pretty easy.
Better than the Roadmaster then?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I spend...
Maybe the threads are already cut.
I'm not really doing it rather tight.
Yeah.
Let's say I reckon you could almost the screwdriver could be a plastic one.
Yeah.
Maybe the threads have already been cut.
Maybe, yeah.
Could be, yes.
Be handy if there was, wouldn't it?
Makes things a lot easier.
Right, those two are done. That marking guesses towards the fuselage, and that marking's that way.
Okay. Do you want to move on to step 2?
Actually, before we move on to step 2, I'm going to actually just...
You're going to have a play.
Well, I'm just testing it. Right, okay, yes, it connects. All right, so both magnets is the correct way around.
Yeah.
If they were wrong, they would have sprung away.
Yeah.
Right, this is going to be...
This is going to be fun, this.
Yeah, yeah, we're dreading this part, aren't we? So...
Yes.
You got your tweezers handy.
Yeah, let's hope so. Right, so step 2 then. Take the engine housing 5.4, carefully cut parts C and D from frame 4.7, check the fit of parts C and D on the side of the part 5.4 as indicated by the arrows. When you are happy with the fit, apply a tiny bit of super glue to each end of the parts C and D and fix in place as shown.
Right. My question is, I've got some lovely set of tweezers. I don't know exactly where I put them down.
Has that person been in again and moved them?
Yeah, I know I kept them for there to a certain place, and
you've kept them in a safe place. That's safe. You can't find them.
You can line mine.
I knew where they were for a while. They might have fallen off on the floor or something like that, isn't it? Sort of thing.
You can lend mine, but you'll have to keep the stream open for a few days.
Promise, we both have fun making this halfway. You'll be traveling by bus, and of course, the way I get around is by bus as well.
Yeah, but the problem is now that it's all Sunday service from now on.
Saturday up here.
Is it Saturday up there? It's Sunday service around here now.
Up to now. When I was talking to a bus driver the day, he said Saturday service next week, and possibly it'll move over to Sunday service soon.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's typical. You have something handy for a while, what you don't need. When you need it, you think, what have I done with that?
Yeah, and when you don't need it, you found it.
Yes.
It's always a case.
And when you find it, you think, that was a stupid place I put it, wasn't it?
And 9 times out of 10, you find it when you don't want it.
Yeah, that's correct, yeah. And then you put it down again in a safe.
I kept them handy for a while. And now, I don't know where they've gone.
Are they near your bus anyway?
No.
Yeah, we'll have to get you a little tool tray to keep your tools in.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Always the problem in it.
I've got to admit I'm the same man all over the place.
Yeah, well, mine are at the moment. I I did know. I hunted round 10 minutes before the stream looking for my scissors, actually. and now Chris has nicked them.
So while Adrian's looking, Dave, when are you hoping to start yours?
Well, I was thinking about it, and I was thinking, well, maybe a couple of weeks' time, or just before the next issues come, maybe, maybe 3 weeks' time, and it might tie in nicely with some bus issues that I'm doing. If I'm working on the Spitfire, and then in between the bus issues,
yeah,
I'm working on the Spitfire, and in between the Spitfire issues, work on the bus. That might tie in nicely. But about maybe 3 weeks' time, I think we're going to get a start on it, and because obviously we haven't started ours yet. We've got 6 issues, and we haven't started yet. So I want to free up a little bit of space, so I can pop it somewhere safe. In one of my boxes, and we obviously still haven't had the heating done in the house yet, so it's a bit of a conundrum really with the recent events that's happening.
Yeah.
I can't see that happening very soon, really. So I think we may as well, devote most of our time to our part works,
I think now that I've looked at Port 6, I think I'll wait till Port 6 comes out, so could I be on my holders that week?
Yeah.
Because it means I can sit there for a good few hours and bang.
Yeah.
Get a bit done. It's just a pity the props went on now.
Yeah.
I would have liked to. It would have been nice if you could have had the prop off
for a while,
so you could store it set and put it on at a later date.
Yeah. Because obviously you're going to have to be very, very careful of where you store it, aren't you?
Yeah.
So which isn't a problem to me because I've got bags of room, but I'd have to dedicate a box to it, because obviously I like to keep mostly in boxes so that obviously it's nice and safe.
I've got an empty shoebox there now since most of the pots are now on the bus.
Yeah.
So I'll probably use that.
Yeah. So Warren Milne says yes. I think he was on about the Saturday service when he said about that. And then Max Mod says, I'm having to have a tardy work area. I have to have a tardy work area. Yeah, well, I'm pretty much the same. I mean, we have the biggest table here that we use, a dining table. And, at the moment, if you can see at the moment, I've got 2 young ladies around here doing some diamond painting. And I've got the computer on here and drinks and Spitfire issues, and it's not tidy at the moment. So obviously, I wouldn't want like parts out when obviously things are happening like that.
Right. I can't find my nice new ones.
Okay.
I had to go and grab one of my others.
Okay. Have you found some, have you?
Yes.
Excellent.
Right. Sorry about that, everyone.
That's all right, Adrian. That's perfectly all right. Fills the evening nicely with bits and pieces like this, doesn't it? So we're all exactly the same. I'm sure everybody's put something down in a safe place, and that's safe that we can't find it.
Yeah, of course, if I wasn't doing a live stream, I'd probably just find just like that, wouldn't it? Something.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's exactly it. So they call that sod's law, don't they?
Yep.
Yes.
Right. So step 2. Step 2. Step 2 is take the engine housing 5-4. Carefully cut parts C and D from the frame 4-7. Check the fit of parts C and D on the side of part 5-4 as indicated by the arrows. When you are happy with the fit, apply a tiny bit of super glue to each end of parts C and D and fix in place as shown above. Okay.
Sweet.
Okey-doke.
Your mic's gone, Dave.
Is it?
Yeah.
Any better?
No.
Any better?
No, we've got Daleks on, I'm afraid.
I've never touched this. Any better?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna plug it back in.
I think he said, Adrian, that he'll be back in a minute.
Okay. So how do you work out where to cut these two pieces?
Any better?
Yeah, that's better, Dave.
That's better.
There must be. I wonder if it's my little hook cutting out thing. I wonder if it's not connecting properly. Wait.
Yeah, that's possible. I mean, there's a lot of internet problems at the moment, isn't there?
But I pulled it out and pushed it back in, and then it's worked again. So
Yeah, it's perfect now. You do a really good impression of a Dalek.
should be on Doctor Who, eh? What I was saying before I went Dalek, has he got these square box ready?
It's gone again, Dave.
Oh, what's it? Do you know what's Tell us if you're picking up too much television when I switch over.
Sorry about this, people that's listening and watching. These things are sent to try us, and they certainly are trying us today.
Yes. Oh yeah, these definitely need to be glued in. Right, that one fits nicely. It's trying to work out where they go, sort of thing, first off.
Yeah, and it's obviously twizzling it round to get it in the right orientation, isn't it? To get them in the right place.
Yes.
Can you hear it?
Can hear you, Dave, but
Picking up too much television, so
Like that.
yeah.
I don't know why this is saying I've got two mics on this here. Audio.
It actually sounds as though you've got two mics on.
Oh.
Now Adrian's frozen. Your camera's...
I can't hear anything, David.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, your camera's started moving now. It's your camera. So for a second, well, for 20 seconds, your camera had frozen. It's doing it again.
Right, I'm just trying to work out where. Right.
Oh, Dave comes back. I wonder if it's where he plugs it into his computer. I wonder if there's like a little bit of a loose wire or something.
Hello, I'm back.
Hello, you're back. Yes, we can hear you now.
This has got such a
Well,
massive
Dave.
wire on.
Dave said you're going to have fun with this issue. Or who are
Right.
going to do this issue? These
Okay.
2 parts, basically.
They are tiny, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah. I love a challenge.
I'm back on. Am I okay?
Yeah, you're okay, Dave. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, the headsets. It's the headsets, no problem. It seems to be the mic port.
Yeah, I think so. I wonder if it's just a I don't know, a loose wire or something, or loose connection, or
I might have to try and pull it to bits. So when I switched over to the internal mic, were you picking up the TV?
yeah, big time. It was coming through better than what you was.
Was it?
Yeah.
I might get dodgy because I'm looking at things.
Yeah, that's all right. It looks like you're struggling really badly there, Adrian, with it slipping through
Yes.
your tweezers.
Well, try and get the rotation, basically working out where. I worked out where the first one goes.
Yeah.
It's working out the 2 holes where this one actually goes into. You know, the rotation, basically. Right.
Best thing you put all them in and you hide them.
Yeah.
Could be, yeah, that's the problem.
Well, hopefully, with us having them covers over the engines, we'll be able to take the covers off and we'll be able to see all the hard work that we've done, won't we?
I think by the time you put the next port onto that, I think it hides them bits.
Oh, does it? Oh, good God.
I think you see just 2 little bits of silver.
So, are you ready for step 3 then, Adrian?
I was actually looking at step 3, having a look, saying, right, okay, see if it's worth trying to do without, sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
No, if you do without, you'll then know it's missing.
I would know, and basically. Right.
Yeah, it reminds me.
Right.
Sorry.
I was working out, okay, how well do I need to get these in correctly, sort of thing?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
It actually reminds me of the Routemaster. You know the little black pipe that goes on the radiator, right at the very front of the radiator?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, one of mine snapped, and so I've got to fashion something to go in its place, and I think I found some like garden wire that would be able to do it, and it's just bending it into the right shape and then popping it in the holes. It's made of that.
I worked out where this one goes. Now I need a bit of glue on the tips.
Yeah, you do. Is that super glue you're using there then, Adrian? Is it the jellyfied super glue?
It's Glue It from
what's that name?
The range.
That's the same as what World of Wayne uses.
Guess. Oh gosh.
I can see me having fun with that. Swear box is going to be open.
Yeah. Your swear box is going to end up quite full, or swear jar, or whatever you use.
Right. Sorry, everyone, this is taking a long time, but
Just take your time, Adrian. Plenty of time. It's not a race.
No, it's not a race. We're not going anywhere, and
We can keep chatting while you.
yeah, we can chat about all sorts, including the weather.
right. Hopefully that's done now. Right, which way around did this one go? I'm actually working the opposite way around, so that goes on there like so. Yes, I wish I actually found the tweezers because it'd be a lot easier to do.
You'll find them after you've done it.
I'm a nightmare
Yeah.
with tweezers, me. I'm a nightmare with tweezers, me.
What, losing them, Dave?
No, flicking stuff all over the place, flying off them.
Oh, it's just like Penny, that is, because Penny doesn't like using tweezers.
I'm rubbish with tweezers. If I get stuck with this, but I'll just get Warren to come over and do it for us.
Yeah.
He's got good eyesight. I think that's what I'm dealing with the Ferrari. I've got all these tiny little things to go in. So I see Warren's coming over tomorrow. So I says you can do that. That's what he can do with the Ferrari tomorrow. Get them done. But I was going mad with them. Me swear box was filling up quick.
Yeah.
Right. They're both on, hopefully.
Excellent.
If
So
they drop off, if I find any bits on the floor after it's aircraft built, that bit's can go in the bin.
right then. So step 3, are we?
Yes.
I think you need a good cup of tea after that, Adrian. So right. So step 3 then. Take engine housing 5.5 and check the fit of the 3 pegs circled in blue in the recess on part 5.4 as indicated by the arrows. When you are happy with the fit, apply a little super glue to the pegs on part 5.5 and fix it in place. Again, I think it'll be a case of orientation, won't it?
Yes. I roughly tested it, and you know, orientation. I'm actually going to lower. I've got one bit on the table. I'm going to take the other bit and just lower it down because it's easier to.
You enjoying that? Good.
Right. There you go. I think your magnifying glass will get you well used, Dave, doing this issue.
Oh, that's all right. You mean Chris's magnifying glass?
So now that you've put that on, can you see them ports?
Right. Yeah. That's a bit annoying, isn't it, when they're right in?
Yes, if they drop off, basically you wouldn't able to get those back in again.
Yeah. So are you ready for step 4 then?
Yes, I am.
Jolly good. Here's where it gets interesting. So take the propeller and the motor assembly from issue 2, the assembled parts 5.4, 5.5, fit between the motor and the nose cone as indicated by the arrow left. By moving parts 5.4, 5.5 back towards the motor housing, a peg on each side of the motor assembly fits into a slot in part 5.4 below. When you're happy with the fit, apply a little super glue to the pegs and fix in place.
Golly gosh.
Yes, absolutely.
Right, there's the 2 peg holes there on the
Yeah,
opposite side. The first piece you had,
yeah,
and you got 1 peg there, and you got the other peg there.
yes.
Right. I'm going to do a test fit, and I'm wondering, what am I going to put the glue on? Am I going to try and put them on the pegs?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be super careful here. You don't get any glue on them moving parts.
Those cogs.
Yeah, absolutely. A nice steady hand.
God, this is going to be fun.
Swear box at the ready for this one, Dave, I reckon.
I've got to admit, mind you, when I was watching a lad do this, he was using that Tamiya super thin.
Oh, was he?
And I know P40F20 says it doesn't work very good, but Warren tried it on his the Bismarck, putting some
Yeah.
bits on, and it stuck no problem.
Yeah.
Because the Tamiya extra thin, you get that on, hold it on, then just run it along the line.
Yeah.
Don't forget, P40F20, he's from America, and we're in the UK, and of course, we probably have their probably ingredients for their glue could be slightly different compared to ours,
Yeah.
and of course, could be down to the climate as well.
Yes, of
You
course.
never know.
Yeah.
But I would say Tamiya extra thin's probably the same worldwide, wouldn't you? Because it's from Japan. It's a Japanese company that makes that glue.
Uh-huh.
So I couldn't see that being any different between here and America.
See, I use CA glue, and or I have done in the past, and there's 3 types of CA glue: thin, runny, and what's the other one? I can't remember what the other one is. Non-stick, Chris says.
I thought that was called Tefal.
I think it's thin, runny, and I don't know. I can't remember.
Thick.
Thick, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
God, I got it on there. Test fit
One
it.
of-
Can
one
you
would
get
be
it back on again?
So one of them would be like a thick gel. Deal.
Yeah. Yeah, one of them will be like a thick gel. I've actually used it on my wooden scratch-built bus model that I'm building, and it worked out really well, and it stuck really good. I've used the medium, so it was told to me by somebody in the model making world. They said, "Oh, you want medium CA glow, whatever medium is," and it's like runny, but not as runny.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
I think I've got thick super glue at the moment, so when I come to this, I think I'm going to have to go out and buy some medium.
Yeah. Am I yakking too much for you, Adrian? Taking you off your concentration?
no, it's just trying working out where it goes. Try and get it up there.
Yeah.
P40F has just come back. Says best check that they are stuck on good. I believe these parts are made from ABS plastic. Tamiya Super Thin is made from styrene plastic. Tamiya does make an ABS glue. Oh, maybe he's using but he says what he's building it. He says Tamiya Super Thin. So unless they've got a super thin for ABS,
Yeah, maybe.
I'll have to go online and check it out.
Right. Right, that's on. What's
Excellent
step
job.
4?
So that's step 4, yeah.
I mean step 5 now.
Sorry, step 5. So step 5, fit the engine housing 5/7 over the motor housing and assemble from issue 2. Note that there is a peg on each side of part 5/7 circled. Move part 7 forwards towards the cog as indicated by the blue arrow, so that the pegs fit into the recesses in part 5/4 inset below left. When you are happy with the way it fits together, apply a little super glue to the pegs, one on each side of part 5/7, and fix in place so that part 5/7 covers the cog below right. So basically it's a cog engine cover, isn't it?
Yep.
Guess. Right. I had to move on to that step quickly because when I was actually gluing step 4, I ended up putting glue in the wrong hole. When I was assembling it, I think, hang on, I made an error. I think, that's the wrong place. I had to look at it. I've got 2 peg holes there. So I ended up putting the glue in the wrong place. That's what's right. Can we move on to step 5 quickly?
So you've done step 5 then?
Yes.
Very good. So step 6. Step 6 is position the parts assembled in issue 4 over the motor and cog housing so that the open arch of part 4/8 fits over the cog housing 5/7. See also the next step showing the piece in place. When you are happy with the fit, apply a little super glue to the pegs on assembly 5/4/5 and 4/8 and fix in place.
That's why them plastic bits were put on.
Aha. So obviously,
I said the way that pegs are screw things, so the pegs for fit into the plastic.
yeah.
Right. You got a peg there and a peg there.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 pegs you got to connect up.
Right.
I've done a dry fit.
Was you happy with your dry fit?
Yes.
Jolly good.
It's not them pegs, I thought. I thought it was the outside ones, it's not.
What, you meant those ones?
Yeah.
No, we're going to deal with those in a moment.
Yeah. In a minute.
P40F20s, super thinness for styrene. You can get Tamiya ABS cement from Amazon.
Aha.
Charles P40F20. I'll be looking for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Right, I believe we might be using that bit there next.
Yeah, I think maybe we will be. So step 7 then. Take the engine housing strut 5/6 and position it beneath the assembly. The 2 pegs on the ends of 5/6 fit into the sockets in part 4/8 as indicated by the arrows. Note that the 2 sockets on part 5/6 face away from the propeller. When you are happy with the fit, apply a little super glue to the 2 pegs and fix in place. So the 2 other pegs are away from the propellers, Adrian?
Yeah, 2 little peg holes, yes. If you look at it, they're not actually peg, they're little peg holes.
Ah, yes.
They say peg, but basically they've got a hole in it, sort of thing. So.
Yeah. Yeah, you're obviously going to connect something else to them.
Could be the struts that go across the engine to keep it steady.
Yeah, the
So,
frame, the airframe, maybe, yeah.
Airframe mount.
Yeah.
Or framework go around the engine, you find it when you take the side panels off.
Yeah.
Right, that one's in place.
I am super impressed with this model. It's unbelievable.
Yep, another one like the Route Monster.
Yes, absolutely. It's going to have so much lovely detail.
Yes. Yeah, I like the angle of that at the moment. Right.
Yeah. Okay, so step 8, are we, Adrian?
Yep.
Oh, step 8. So take the lower fuselage assembly from issue 3. Fit the motor and propeller into the fuselage so that the large screw holes on the motor housing, parts 2.1 and 2.2, align with the raised screw sockets in the lower fuselage 3.1. Fix in place with 4 PM 2.4 screws. Wow.
Sorry, just getting some screws and the screws ready.
Sorry, I was having a yawn. I'm incredibly tired today. Don't know why. I did have a reasonable night's sleep, and
I'll tell you what to see it.
yeah. Yeah, I think it's as Chris says, it's anxiety knocking us out a bit, I think.
Could be, yes.
It's tis the time for serious anxiety, I think, which I've got to say that things like this build is seriously helping with our anxiety and seriously helping to calm us down.
As I say, must be hard being stuck in a house all day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, part of me's dreading me holiday because the way everything's going to be locked down, I'm going to be spending me holiday stuck in the house all day. But
yeah, that's the thing, isn't it, Dave?
Yeah, it's I might be at high risk because I'm out there, but at least I'm getting out of the house.
Yeah. You know, we're quite lucky living in an isolated rural area, but you know, we would, you know, because we've got our daughters at home at the moment, we'd like to take them out for dinner or whatever, but that's not possible now. So it's rather annoying.
What about the driving the car and you don't get out the car?
Yeah. Well, we're actually going to do that tomorrow.
Because I seen that today. There was a minibus, council minibus with children in, so I presume they will have been from a children's home.
Yeah.
It was parked at Willie Lighthouse. The children weren't out the bus, were sitting in the bus, but they were sitting in the car park watching the beach. And it was probably to get them out for a bit.
Yeah. That's you know, that's the plan. I think that's the only thing we can do.
Yeah, I know it's confined to a vehicle, but it's better than it's a little bit more. You're seeing a little bit more scenic than four walls.
That's right. Yeah, that's absolutely right.
Yes.
So
Right, those 4 screws are in.
Okay, lovely. That is lovely.
All
And
right.
I think we've got that's the completed work. The nose of your Spitfire model is beginning to take shape, with the propeller and front engine housing fitted to the lower fuselage. Magnets have been fitted to the second engine cover section of the fuselage.
Right.
Wow.
Brilliant. And P40F20 says the silver tank you have just added is the oil supply for the variable pitch mechanism for the prop blades.
Yes. Yeah,
right.
Absolutely. So obviously them cogs that we did first in the first issue, they're pretty much the same as the real thing. And obviously that silver tank, as P40F20 is explaining, is to the oil supply for them cogs in the propeller housing.
Yes. Right. What's the time now?
The time is 9:25 or thereabouts.
Yes. Do we continue in the next issue or should we call it?
It's up to you, Adrian.
Next issue, mind you. So you've done 2 parts. You could even do another 2 parts. And that keeps you at the even sort of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Not what you're going to be 6 and 7, aren't you?
Or I do next time. I do 3 issues for next time, sort of thing. That's the question.
It's entirely up to you. I'm willing if Dave's willing.
Right. Okay, guys.
Do you want to go ahead with it? Part 6?
Yeah. We could see how far we get on to. So I think to try and glue those 2 silver bits in, I think that what took the time.
Yeah.
You know, trying.
I'm looking for your tweezers.
Yes.
Okay, you ready for the parts checklist?
Right, there's front of the magazine and there's the details.
Lots of sprues on this one. Right.
Yes.
601, engine side cover right.
Right. I don't know which. Oh, hang on. Right. I can tell you one thing. They feel cold. If I said to you they feel cold, what would you think that could be classed as?
Metal.
There you go. That's 601. By looking at the image, it is almost the same.
That's 602.
One's got a little notch on that side, which is a 2, and the other one's got the notch on that side.
So one's your left and one's your right.
Yes.
603, oil tank base.
Right. And guess what? That's the metal again.
604, fuel pump base.
And that feels cold to the touch.
Right. 605, it'll be on the sprue. Engine accessories E and F. And 606, they'll be on the sprue. Engine accessories G to I. And
And
607, engine starter plug cover.
that's got some print on it as well.
Yeah, it's telling you to start a plug. Stop engine or something.
Yes.
I'm trying to read it on here. Engine.
Yes.
Start basically what I've just. And your tip on here is when parts have to be glued together, you should always check the fit before applying any glue. You may need to use a file or verified sandpaper to improve the fit.
Right.
Right, I'm reading off Messenger here, so I'm having to keep sliding across. Just tell us when you're ready for part one.
Right. Part one.
Yep, you're going to need the engine block. Take the engine block assembly from issue 3. Note that the top of the engine block slopes at the rear, circled in yellow. And position the assembly with the right hand side facing you. Taking the engine cover 601, this part has a notch towards the rear, circled below. Test fit of the 2 pegs on port 601 in the holes in the engine block. If necessary, use a round file to enlarge holes. Enlarge the holes. The holes vary slightly. Apply a little super glue to the 2 pegs and fix in place on the right hand side of the engine block. So you may have to make the holes a little bit bigger. Are you okay?
I don't know. I'm trying to find the holes at the moment. It's black and black. You try and look at something black and black, basically, and try and. Good God.
Yeah, the picture doesn't give you much, does it? Now I'm zooming it right in. It looks like you got the top block, looks like it's in the middle.
Right. Do we have to glue it in or don't we?
She's glue it in.
They said enlarge holes. Guess what? I've enlarged holes by pushing it in. So it's on there. I'm going to try and get that back. I'll test fit it. It's nicely fitted in. I'm going to leave it in like so. And we're going to try and pull that off again and glue put some glue on those pegs. I'm going to leave it as that.
Right. Well, okay. Stage 2. You're going to do the same on the other side. Turn the engine block assembly round to access the left-hand side. Take the cover 602 with the notch at the right-hand end above. Test fit of the pegs in the engine block and enlarge holes if necessary. Apply a little super glue to the pegs and fix in place. So it's basically what you've done, but on the other side.
Guess. Guess what? I made an error.
You put them in the wrong holes.
Yes. I put the wrong one on the wrong side, basically. I looked at the when I looking at the image again.
Yeah, even blowing up the image on the iPod, it still makes it look hard where it's got to go to.
Yeah, I found the two holes, basically. I had the right bit, but I had the engine the wrong way round. So much. As small parts, people couldn't have picked that up. So I think, oh, you're doing a mistake there. That's the problem when you got something the same color.
Uh-huh.
Right. Yes, that's right. As the holes is, they say, a little bit smaller than the pegs, and you got to wire them up. To be honest, if you'd rather push the two pieces of metal into the holes, I reckon that's a nice tight fit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Step.
Step 2, Dave.
Step 2. I just read that out. It's the same. Turn the engine assembly round to access the left-hand side. Take the cover 602 with the notch at the right-hand end above. Test fit the pegs on port 602 in the engine block and enlarge holes if necessary. Apply a little super glue to the pegs and fix in place.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
It's looking good.
Sorry, I think.
You're off camera at the moment, Adrian.
Yeah, I know. I'm just double checking things. That's all.
Yeah.
My apologies, everyone. I was just double checking to think, okay, that's that way, and that's that, and that's down, yes. So I was just double checking. I did make a mistake first time. I was just double checking, that's all. Right, step 3.
Right. Turn engine block assembly upside down. Take part 603 and check the fit of the 4 pegs on port 603 into the 4 recesses of the engine block. When you're happy with the fit, apply super glue to the 4 pegs and fix in place.
They so don't enlarge holes, so I'm actually going to actually glue this one on. When they say something in large holes and it's pieces of metal going to plastic, my opinion is just
It doesn't say
just
enlarge the holes on this one.
gently, yeah. I'm just saying, gently push it in. It's this way you're actually enlarging the holes, and just leave it on there. You know, you've test fitted it. They're saying test fit it.
Yeah.
They mention about enlarging holes. I think, well, to be honest, by pushing it in, you are enlarging the holes, and it's a nice tight fit. And I think, what's the point of putting it out again?
Okay, ready?
Right.
Stage 4. Take the engine accessory 604 and check fit on the rear part of 603. When you're happy with the fit, apply a little super glue to the peg on the port 604 and fix in place. The insert below shows port 604 in place.
Right, that's on.
Okay, you're going to need your sprue cutters now. Cut part A from frame 605. You got that?
Yeah, I'm just looking at the parts. Hang on a moment. Oh, I got. Oh, hang on. Part A, didn't you say?
Part A.
605A?
Yep.
I'm trying to get the right orientation basically and work out which piece it is. Right. Cut this piece off.
There's no when you're ready.
Just right, okay. Fix in place. So is it?
Right, it says the recess in part A fits over the race section of part 604. Note the orientation of part A with one side slightly angled, circled above. When you're happy with the fit, apply a little super glue to the recess in part A and fix in place.
Cool, this is going to make lovely engine detail. Promise, after this you might not see. That is always a good question though, isn't it?
No. Are you ready for 6?
Yep.
Right, cut part B from 605. This part has a tab that is B glued into the slot, not is to be glued. Circled.
Sorry, by cutting them off, basically, it's working out where to cut them. Right.
Right.
It's that tab there. Goes on to there.
That has to be in the slot circled on port 64 in front of the port A. Inset shows the port in place.
We'll have a cuppa in a bit. All right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Ready for 7? Right.
Depends what 7 part is going to be on. This is going to be fun, this set.
Right, 7. Turn the engine block the right side up so that you can access the right hand side.
I must say this is looking absolutely impressive.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. Take part 8 from frame 606. Part H from frame 606.
It's nice thing is working out exactly whereabouts you actually cut them. Right, working out which way up it goes.
Identify the fixing points at the rear of the engine block. 2 pegs on port H fit into recesses in the engine block. You may need to enlarge the holes slightly. When you are happy with the fit, fix in place with a little glue.
Well, to be honest, if I need to enlarge the holes, I'd rather just push it in and just don't fit it with any glue. When you come to this, Dave, it's your choice what you do. Either you enlarge the holes or you...
Yeah, I think enlarging the holes though sometimes makes the alignment go out of place, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, it's a nice, good push fit, basically.
Yeah.
It's a good push fit.
What's the
Just
point
give it-
using glue?
Yeah.
So
Ready?
I managed to push that one in nicely. So
Right. Step 8. Turn the engine around so that you can access the left-hand side of the assembly. Take part I from 606 and identify the fixing point on the engine block. You may enlarge the hole slightly. When you are happy with the fit, apply super glue to the 2 pegs on I, fix in place. So they're slightly up on the engine.
right, got part. Working out the orientation of it. Right, yes, that goes that way around. There is a slight curve because the shape of the plastic, you find there's a slight curve going that way.
Right.
Right. This one on this side is a loose fit, so this one here, I'm going to have to glue it.
I don't know.
Problems by gluing all these parts, you wonder how much you can hold in place at the same time.
Yeah, without letting the glue set and everything. And
Yes, right.
Is it on? Ready?
Yep, it's on.
Right, step 9. Cut parts C and E from 605. Fit the end of part E into part C.
Seize that one and use that one. So I had to work out which parts it was, so I can cut them off first off. And I got the 2 bits off, then I can work out they go together. Working out what the parts are first off.
yeah, obviously it's no good cutting off bits that you don't need, is it?
Yes. Another thing, by looking at the image, you can see, right, okay, yes, that's that part and that's that part. And they say cut all the parts off. It's a lot easier to identify parts on the sprue
No.
each stage. Right, it's a push fit together.
Fit the end of part E into part C, ensure they are in the orientation shown, so that the notch in part E fits over the tab in part C. When you are happy, glue in place.
Well, yes, it's a very loose fit at the moment. If it was got a nice tight push fit, I'd say, right, okay, I'm going to leave it as that. Right, don't tell me the next instruction actually tells us to actually glue this onto the engine now.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Step 9 done.
Right, step 10. Part D from 605 fits around part E.
Right.
Got that part off?
Yeah, getting it off, yes.
Right. Fits around part E. Ensure that the notch on the rim of part D fits over the tab on part E.
And then you've got your father. Yeah, so do far. Make sure the round up before you do any more. Yeah.
When you are happy with the fit, apply a little super glue and fix in place.
Yes, and yeah, when I put on it was a loose fit, so where's that tab gone again? Right, that's on.
Okay. Right. Part 11. Take part F from 605.
Well, what I can gather from this is that it's a good job I've got a nice new pair of sprue cutters.
Are you ready for the rest? Identify the two holes in the part F and the two pegs on part D. Test fit and then apply the little super glue to the two pegs and fix part F in place.
Right, those holes on the diagram look centered. These holes on this is
Slightly off by.
yes. Let me just quickly go back to the magazine in a moment. Just have a look. Right. Actually, I'd like to go step 12.
Step 12. The two pegs on the back of part F in the assembly from the previous 3 steps fit in the holes on the side of the engine block next to the accessory I.
Yeah, because I'd rather like to see which way up this one goes. Right, okay, yes. That makes it a bit more clearer, working out which way around this one up, this one goes, because previous image, you look at it. Right, and let me... Oh, come on, come over. Right. If I go to this one, the holes look like center.
Yeah.
But if you look at the part that passes, the hole is off one side.
Yes.
If I go to the next step, it's more clearer which way up it is.
Yes.
Because if I look at the next step, you look at the image, you can see that piece is a lot higher compared to.
Yes.
That's why I just quickly look at the magazine and look at the next step.
Yeah.
The orientation. You know, sometimes it's best to look ahead sometimes instead of doing one step at a time.
Yeah, it is.
double check, you know. Right. Right. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to glue this small bit onto the engine. Now I know which way up it goes. Because I'm thinking it might be easier. Yes. Because A, when I've glued a bit, I can't really push against it.
This is why we do these, to find out other ways of doing them.
Yeah.
That can make things easier.
Well, especially if you try and glue something, then you've got to wait for it to go hard.
Yeah.
Because this way I'm actually pushing that one against there. Because then I can easily push the other one against that one. Pushing that one against that one, sort of thing. I know it's a long way about it. A different way of instructions. Just sort of like, right, okay, do this step. Do it. Then, right, okay, take 5-minute break while the glue dries. But as I'm doing a lot.
Yeah, we've got 5-minute break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could jump up to step 13 and leave that and come back to it, maybe. Because 13 is moving on to something else.
Right. Those two pieces are together. Well, those 3 parts are together now. Right.
You're finished with those, so you can let it dry.
Right. Yeah, I've done step 12.
Right. 13.
That's the...
Take the parts assembled. Iusse issue 5.
Your mic's gone again, Dave.
Right. What's this? Can you care? You've got your book with you.
Daleks arrows.
Did it on the back?
Not really. I don't think.
Right, okay.
Hello?
No, I've lost.
That's fair.
That's better.
I don't think I've lost my headphones now.
Oh my God.
The mic's on, but I've now lost the headphones.
Oh God. Dear.
So, hang on.
Hello?
Hello, we can hear you.
Right, I've lost the headphones now.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you through the television, I've lost the headphones. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's going a bit Dalek-y again.
Right. If you can hear us, Dave, can you continue on 13?
Yeah, sure, yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'll try and sort something out with this.
Okay. So 13, from issue 5. Take the parts assembled in issue 5 and identify 2 recesses on the left-hand side of the motor housing. Take part G from frame 6.6 and check the fit of the 2 pegs in the recesses. Apply a little super glue and fix in place. Repeat to fit the second part G to the right-hand side of the motor housing inset.
Yes, I worked out where they go.
I'm back. Any good?
Yeah, that's a lot better, Dave.
I think I've got a little hub thing on here which I've got plugging in now, and I think that mustn't be connecting to it properly.
Yeah, I mean, you're fine and dandy now.
Yeah, but I had the mic before and lost the headphones. So
Yeah.
I've twisted about a bit and the headphones have come on.
Yeah. No, it's absolutely fine now.
I think I'm going to have to buy a new hub to plug into the back of the computer.
It's a devil of a job when things go like that, isn't it?
I didn't want to end up having to buy another set of headphones.
No.
Already, this is the second pair, but I don't think it's the headphones the problem. I think it's.
You think it's the hub, yeah?
It's just I've got a user hub. I've run out of USBs on the back of the computer because I've got two hard drives in there.
Yeah.
The wireless mouse is plugged in there. The wireless keyboard's plugged into there.
Yeah.
Right, glue one of those on. Now I've got to do the other one. Working out how to hold it by the tweezers and put a bit of glue on it. Then try and slot it into the holes.
Yeah, difficult one, that.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be a nice job, that part.
Well, I think you'll get this issue. Get your son to do this complete issue for you.
Do you know, I'd put them on before I fix them onto the frame now.
What? Put those two on before you put the frame on.
Yep.
You wouldn't. You need to put them. You need to glue them afterwards.
What? You couldn't put them in there now 2 holes before you put the fix? Oh, why? Oh, you wouldn't need to get the screwdrivers in.
You won't able to get that screw in.
Oh, right.
Because that screwdriver is a bit like that.
Oh.
That gets in the way of the screwdriver.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, I was thinking that thing. Oh, I'd rather glue those on before then. I was thinking. Because before I glued that one on, I looked at the screw, think, oh, that screw's not all the way down. So I had to quickly do that. Right. Guess what? I don't think I've got any more parts now.
Ta-da! Brilliant.
Oh, actually, no, correction. I've got one more part left.
Yeah, you have.
Where?
You've got 14, that little sign thing.
Yes. Soon I went to this thing. Oh, of course, yes. Right.
It nearly had you there, Adrian. It nearly had you.
Oh. Here I'm looking at the two parts. Do you know, I'd rather had to glue this on before I put the engine block on.
Yeah.
So recommendation, put that on before the engine block. That's just certain way it goes because it's got writing on it.
Yes.
Does it say, if you can read this, my plane is upside down?
We'll put it on, that's step 14, everybody that's watching what on to. On the right-hand side of the lower fuselage, there's a circular recess, flattened at the bottom. Take the starter plug cover, 607, apply a little super glue to the back, fix cover in place so that the flattened side of the cover fits into the flattened side of the recess. It may help to use tweezers to position it.
Well, to me looking at it is slightly badly shaped, really. It's not perfect. Right, well, that fit in place better now. Yeah, it fits better. Sorry. I need to get it out. We should put a glue on it.
All right.
You're not putting, I'm going to say, because you don't get the glue from the inside.
Right. By me holding it the correct way up, on my one, I had to trim a little bit off this side here.
Yeah.
And that's by me holding it read as you read it, sort of thing. That's the correct way if you read it.
Yeah.
I had to trim a little bit of plastic because I couldn't fit it in the correct position. Because before I tried to dry fit it, I think that's not going to fit in. If it was an inch wider, sort of thing, I was thinking, right, okay, I need a hammer in.
Yeah.
Try and hammer something this small in. No.
No. This is where all the skills of a model maker comes in, though, Adrian.
Yep.
We're doing a bit of everything with this build, which is lovely.
Right, I'm happy with that.
That's it.
Jolly good. Jolly good.
Cool, let's test my skills.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Right.
certainly is.
Cool.
Certainly works well, though.
Guess. Right.
Then we've got want to know what's coming in an export? Issue 7. Looks like we're working on the engine again.
Oh, I've forgotten. Sorry, I've forgotten to do that image for some reason. Right. Those are the parts.
Yeah.
Superchargers and details for the engine.
Yeah. Is a supercharger a turbo?
Right, I reckon that engine will be in somewhere like that, probably.
Yeah. Fabulous.
There's an exhaust
That's what I reckon.
That yet.
Yeah, there's exhaust manifolds come off that yet, isn't there? Yeah.
Yes. That's more bit of glue detail probably for issue 8, probably.
Yeah. Rolls-Royce V12 engine.
Right. now I
Yeah.
change camera angle.
Okay, jolly good. Well, I enjoyed that. But it
Yep.
was stressful for you, Adrian, because obviously you're building it. And
Yes. I think it's going to be a super build.
Guess.
yeah, I do. Tremendous build. Yeah, tremendous. And lots to do. And it reminds me, in some respects, of it's like the whole of everything. It's a bit of metalwork, plastic. You know, you've got screws in there. You've got magnets in there. You've got all sorts going off, and lots of little detail. And to me, it's the best of everything, really. Because obviously it's going to be some size, and you know, it's going to be working, and it's the best of everything, really. Far better than any plastic kit. You know, I would imagine there would be some plastic kits that have probably better detail, but the detail that's going to be on there is going to be absolutely superb. It's going to be a fabulous build.
Yes. Whew.
Good night, Warren. Sleep tight, mate.
Night, Warren. I'll see you in the morning.
Yeah, no, it's I've thoroughly enjoyed that. It was one of them builds where I can imagine that, you know, because we'd be building it off stream, you know, the pressure would be off, building it off stream, and you know, you could have as much light to it as what you want, and as close to your eye as what you want to get it right, or under Christine's magnifying glass, or whatever we want. So,
well, between the model and my eye, I had a magnifying glass sort of thing, so you didn't see it on camera. So,
right.
Mine are way over my head, and I've got different glasses that click in.
Yeah.
Suppose I have a little light on the top, but it doesn't work. Which is a pity, because sometimes I wish it did, because then you'd be to see what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I've thoroughly enjoyed that, and it's going to be one heck of an aeroplane. Is that once it's finished? It really is. It's going to be beautiful.
It's nice we roughly end up. Well, it's where you can put the side panels to the aircraft already. At least that's one part.
Yeah.
Basically, at the moment, we got 2 parts.
Yeah.
To the aircraft at the moment.
That's going to be a good afternoon's work just to catch up to where Adrian is.
I think so. Yeah. I think it's going to be quite a bit of work for me, but I'm going to thoroughly enjoy that. Well, we both are. Me and Christine are going to both thoroughly enjoy that. And
well, I think you might, when you got the engine assembled together, I think you might. Okay, we'll do 1 or 2 steps of issue 6, right? Then you can go to the engine, do one of those.
Yeah.
Then go back to the engine.
Yeah.
Put the pistol back on there.
Yeah. That's
totally sort of thing. Well, actually, we won't do the total away the magazine. We're going. Right. Okay. We'll do that set there. Allow that to grow. Right.
Yeah.
Let's do a bit of putting some screws on.
Yeah. And so long as all the bits are all kept together in boxes and what have you, that there'd been no problem at all. So at the moment, we're just keeping our magazines in a big box, and so obviously they're all together and they're all safe. And it's got a lid on as well. This box, it's a plastic box, and so.
Anybody thinking of weather in the model?
Well, I'm personally not going to weather the model. I'm going to the diorama base. I'm going to put some scenic railway grass on the diorama base. I think I've told you before that I had a good friend who was a flight engineer on Lancasters, and he obviously knew quite a bit about the RAF and the various things that happened. And in 1940, most of the RAF airfields in England, where Spitfires and Mosquitoes flew from, there was grass fields, airfields, and you've seen them in the old films, you've seen them in the old newsreel films and things like that, where they're setting off from grass airfields. And he always used to state that the airfield near to where the airfield he used to run from was a grass airfield, and he remembers Spitfires taking off from there. So personally, I'm going to have the base grass green from Railway Scenics, and spread some grass green on and make a diorama base of it on a grass airfield base. And I may be tempted to build a couple of small huts to go on there as well, the old RAF huts.
Yep.
And depending on what figures we get, or I'd be tempted to buy extra figures maybe and extra bits and pieces to go on that base. But as far as the aeroplane is concerned, I'm not going to dirty it up at all. I don't think. I think I'll just have it as a brand new Spitfire, just about to set off on the Battle of Britain raid, something like that.
Because there's a Facebook page for, I've joined it, Weathering the Spitfire, so I'm going to be watching that page.
Yeah, I reckon that's going to be very interesting to watch. Because obviously some guys and girls on there, they know exactly what to do. They know exactly which bit to stroke with a bit of black paint to simulate a bit of oil coming out the engine or something, or from the wings or from the guns, or all that sort of thing, don't they?
Yes.
So if there's anybody that's building on the chat going to be weathering,
I don't know. Now we've got Max Mods in there. Would you be considering weathering? I don't think he likes weathering actually, but he might do. I know he's going to be building the Spitfire. P40F20, are you going to be weathering your Spitfire, or just building it as is? Yeah.
Well, thank you for your help, guys.
You're most welcome, Adrian.
you're welcome, Adrian.
We've enjoyed it as much as you have, no doubt. In fact, we've probably enjoyed it more because we wasn't under the stress of building it.
Yes. You got something to come think, right, okay, yes, we can, well, yes, we'll do that step before we do that step, sort of thing.
Yep.
Give you some idea.
That's the advantage.
Yeah.
Read the instructions and see how somebody's building, you can see.
Yeah.
You're picking up the bits and passing it on to us.
Do
it that way, so right, we'll do it that way. We'll try it that way.
Well, it's like they say, enlarge those holes and then put them in and glue them. To be honest, test fitting by push it in, because I had to get the other one. I had to use a screwdriver basically to try and leave it out, sort of thing. So, to be honest,
yeah.
Once you push it in, it's a nice tight fit. So, leave it as a push fit connection.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Only glue if it's, you only need to glue if it's a loose fit or it's keep dropping off.
Yeah. If you push it in, it falls off. Turn it over. If it falls out, right? Okay. Yes.
Yeah. We've got. Oh, it's not come up. Yes, it has. Yeah, Max Mods is not weathering, but he's going to mod the base like me. And P40 F20, I'm not into weathering. Okay.
I'm not into weathering. I'd rather just build them as they are, basically.
I'd like to, but I don't think I've got the skills.
Yeah, it's getting it right, isn't it? Because obviously, with weathering, it's an art
Or weathering,
form,
yes. Or you could actually do it afterwards, right? What's the point of putting a bit of paint there when time you build it together, you're not going to see that weathering.
Yeah.
It's up to other people if they go, right, okay, yes, that's going to be all totally weathered.
You maybe couldn't hear that, but Chris says she's going to weather a bus. She's going to drag it down the road with all that mud on the road.
Well, it's her choice, though, isn't it?
Yeah. No, she won't.
Everyone's built what they do. Basically, after they built it, it's their choice.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I suppose where we are weathering our buses in a way, because obviously we're individualizing them. Because obviously we're painting our buses, and we'll be individualizing the base on this Spitfire. So, and even though Mark was thinking about doing it, he won't get it exactly like Mark. So it'll be unique to Mark, and mine will be unique to me. So,
Yes, yeah, they. It's like on the bus. If you've got no windows open, just get a bottle of spray can and you spray a bit of water over there and let it dry. Of course, then you got raindrops on the windscreens.
Yes,
That's another type of weathering you could do.
Yes.
With that, basically, at least you can still, right, okay, I don't want that on there now. You can just wipe it off.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a fact. You could do that.
That's one type of weathering you can do if you want to.
Yeah.
But then at the end of the day, you think, actually, like a week down the road, think, I don't want the raindrops on there anymore. It's something you can just, like use glass cleaner. Basically, there you go, clean the windows that way.
Yeah, we have a problem where we are of lime. There's a lot of lime in the water, and so obviously that might take a different spin if we did it on ours, because obviously it'd pick up a little bit of the lime.
Well, I would suggest you have a little bucket outside which catches a bit of water and use that. Then basically, it's natural water automatically being landed on the bus.
Yeah.
What about when you melt your fridge?
Ice water.
Yeah, no, from the melted fridge. That usually doesn't have impurities in, like from the
deionized water.
Oh.
Or what happens water from dehumidifier? If you got one.
I don't know. You just chuck it away, don't you?
Well, if you got a dehumidifier, basically takes water away from in the air. That wouldn't have any chemicals in it. It'll be natural water out of the air.
Yeah, you could.
It's a bit like rain. It looks a bit more like raindrops.
Yeah, you're right.
It's water from rivers where it's been heated up, gone up in the air, basically. Shouldn't have it. Probably you find that's probably more pure.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So all things to think about, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's all things to think about.
Right. Thanks for everyone for watching. Please hit the like button. And please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, if you can, please. And if you do, don't forget to hit the bell notification. You'll be notified for the next program I do.
Yeah.
And thank you both for helping me.
You're
Would
welcome.
one of you like to say goodnight?
I'll go first. Good night, everybody. Hope you've all enjoyed the show. I'll put it over to Dave now.
Okay, well, good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Give Adrian a nice, good, big like, because obviously he's worked really hard tonight, and it's not been easy. Obviously, doing it live stream. I mean, you know, when we're sat at home, we can take our time over it and everything, can't we? But you know, the extra pressure of doing it live stream is quite difficult. And we'll see you at a later date sometime. So, good night, everybody.
Good night, all.